So first of all, I would like to say thank you so much for arranging this kind of such an amazing event. So I wish you all the best for as your conference has been a great success in all possible respects. So starting from my introduction, I am Bushra Hussain and I am from Pakistan, and I am software engineer by profession. Also, I am working as blockchain expert in different fields and different organizations. And here, also, I am CEO and founder of Block Ventures. About Block Ventures, Block Ventures is a blockchain specialized company. And here we are focusing on three major areas. First is blockchain services. Second is entrepreneurial products based. We are providing blockchain training as well. So coming towards today's topic, which is consortium blockchain, which is consortium blockchain for enterprise grade applications. So let me just share the agenda of today. First of all, we will see that what are the types of blockchain, and then we will dive into consortium blockchain, which is our today's topic. Then we will see the features and benefits consortium blockchain is providing us, and then we will see how consortium blockchain will work, and then we will see some actual real world business cases, and then we will see the actual project implementation which are developed by many companies, and in the end we will see a demo video of a project. So let's just start from types of blockchain. Okay, so broadly, blockchain is divided into three main types. First is public blockchain, as we all know about Bitcoin, which is based on public blockchain. And here in public blockchain, anyone can participate in the networks such as Ethereum and Bitcoins are public blockchain. So, and the second is private blockchain, and where one institution owns consortium blockchain. So
Ms.
before
Bushra,
dive
sorry to
into
interrupt, but you're not your internet connection is not stable.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can now. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. Let me just fix it. Just give me a second. Okay, so consortium blockchain is a system that is semi-private and has a controlled user group, but works across different organizations. So let's just dive into blockchain consortium blockchain details. Here you can see a consortium blockchain in diagram form. Here you can see different parties, like this is the example of supply chain. So if I talk about this image, so this is actually in this all parties in the supply chain, as this is taken from a supply chain industry. So here all parties in the supply chain write their transactions in the blockchain. The advantage of this solution would be that a decentralized system that runs along the entire supply chain of different organizations. Processing transport routes. Here, no organization would be in complete control of the data, and depending on the consortium formation, the participants could enter and leave at will. Furthermore, if I described it, this concept could also be used as part of trading platform in which traders could buy the farmers produced goods via the blockchain application. So if we add some kind of more control in this blockchain network, we could add, here you can see, extend control mechanism in consortium. Here what we add is we add one more external auditor. How? Which is actually in this kind of supply chain consortium, we have some problems in like frauds and loss of control. Here in this, we added the goal of this proposed concept is to extend the certificates and the control mechanism with the use of blockchain application while striving for optimization as well. The consortium could consist of certification services providers, like here you can see BioInspector is the certification service provider. The idea is to integrate another control instance in addition to conventional control and certification systems. It is possible that a farmer, like we face in this solution, like that it is possible that a farmer from another geographical location might be checking on another organic farmer. Similarly, the license would control or be checked by the competition. So this kind of solution would prevent future fraud and increase confidence in labels and certification bodies. So next, so here, after all these both example supply chain example, we now just going towards what actually consortium blockchain is. Consortium blockchain is a blockchain technology where instead of single organization, multiple organization governs the platform. Like we can see in the previous slides that in supply chain, no one is the single owner of that network. All parties jointly join the network and governs that network. It is not public rather than a permission platform. So here our question is, what is the permission blockchain? It's not for everyone. Permission means that we need some kind of permission to join the network. So it's not for everyone, but for a predetermined group of enterprises, like we see in the supply chain example above. So let's moving towards the feature that consortium blockchain provides us. So first one is fastest speed. Well, first of all, consortium blockchain providers will always try to offer the fastest output compared to public blockchain. As we know that public blockchains tend to become slower due to excess number of users on the platform, but not consortium. On consortium blockchain, we have different mechanism. Like here, you always get a better experience, but how? Well, as the platform is permissioned, not everyone get access to it. So there would always be control over how many users are active at the same time in the network. So second is scalability. Scalability, consortium blockchain provides us better scalability. You won't see any type of scalability problem in consortium blockchain. In reality, a consortium blockchain will always control the number of nodes for validation purpose. So you just can't expect to join the network and just get access to validating the transaction like you see in Bitcoin network. More so, there's always a selected node to maintain these kind of features of the platform. That's why you won't see any issues with slow network output or delay transaction processes. Here, I want to give you the example of platform which is Hyperledger Fabric. In Hyperledger Fabric, there are different roles like endorsers, ordering service. They are specifically designed and reserved for this purpose. Like endorsers are there for giving the votes, and the ordering service is there to order the transactions. So it means that no all nodes are just doing these kind of processes. Even it's just they are they these nodes they specifically these nodes are just reserved for some specific purposes, which in the end improve scalability. So the third is low transaction cost. So another cool advantage of consortium blockchain is the low transaction cost. Consortium blockchain providers will always offer platform in a way that offers low transaction for you. In other words, if you're getting a solution from this consortium blockchain, to make a consortium, obviously they don't want to go for higher fee. They obviously make it free. But if you are using some kind of service provider which are providing you some consortium services, like IBM is currently providing it, so you have to pay some fee, obviously. So in public blockchain, we know the transaction fee kept fluctuating at rapid pace. Why so? Because more users are jointly the network, Bitcoin network, or in the Ethereum, etc. So, however, is in consortium blockchain, everything is regulated, so the transaction stay the same no matter how many users. That we see that consortium is the great choice for enterprises as well, because they will get cheaper pricing compared to traditional blockchains like we see in public blockchain. So the next is low energy consumption. Well, typically consortium blockchain uses a low energy consuming consensus protocols to verify all the transactions or documents. More so, consortium block computational power. Like we see, as we know that Ethereum network is facing currently the scalability issue and the computational power issue. So there is no kind of problem in consortium network. In the long run, the energy bill can become a burden very soon. Anyway, on the other hand, if we talk about consortium blockchain, try to keep it on the low side. More so, the algorithm they use have very little complexity and makes it less energy consuming. No criminal activity. This one is similar to private blockchain. In consortium blockchain, we know that you can't be anonymous. Anyone on the network can share information so as we know that in reality anonymity gives rise to criminal activities, but as the consortium blockchains needs to have known identities, it is impossible for criminals to get into the system. Okay, so the last is regulation. This is another cool feature of consortium blockchain. Both private and consortium blockchain is for enterprise companies. It's all the nodes, all the parties have to obey some network rules. It allows them to work in a team environment, and it also increases efficiency at a great pace. So here are the cool features of consortium blockchain. So next is benefits. What benefits consortium blockchain is providing us? So first is workflow improvements, accountability, improved transparency. So here there are many benefits other than these, but I just write some here. So a blockchain consortium of companies leverages information to improve workflow, accountability, and transparency. If I specifically tell you about shared platform, which is consortium blockchain is a sweet spot for open decentralized system and fully centralized centric control. There is more likely to be trusted consensus. Multiple organizations have a stake in the outcome. So the more cool feature I like is shared resources, which is instead of each company like Blockmater suppose building their own solution from scratch, by being a part of a blockchain consortium, we can share development. If two companies wants to share the development cost, they can share the development cost and the time with other organizations. This can lead to shorter development times and economies of scale. which will allow smaller organizations especially to take advantage of the same system as larger ones. So if I give you example here, example could be manufacturer working with logistics companies. Two businesses, there are two different businesses disciplines, part of same supply chain blockchain consortium. They could be part of same consortium blockchain. So if I give you software platforms which are currently working on which is based on Ethereum, and second is RC Coda and Hyperledger. They are more famous software platforms on consortium network. And last is Financial Business Consortium. Okay, assuming my voice is clear, well, okay, so while above I just give the examples of technology consortium building a platform rather than a solution, we have business consortium available, like digital trade chain is a example of business
Ms. Bushra, can you hear me?
who wanted to join. The wide range of companies, even though users can come from within many within member organization as well. So let's check how consortium blockchain works. So here you can see how consortium blockchain works. So let me just zoom in here. Here you can see that first of all, if four organizations want to make a consortium network, they are called governance board. Okay, so before making a network, they will come up with a business agreement, which is called here operating rules. So based on these operating rules, all decisions will be taken on the consortium network, and these are then converted into smart contracts. And here you can see, and here you can see in the picture as well, these smart contracts at right side. So here is the complete architecture of consortium network. So next, here is the example of pharmaceutical supply chain. Here you can see many parties like pharmaceuticals research development, link trials, then manufacturer plants, warehouses, and then transportation, warehouse out, healthcare providers, retailers. So these all parties are connected with each other, and they are adding and reading and writing the transaction into same ledger. So here you can see the example supply chain. So here is the question that how consensus work in consortium blockchain. So in consortium, especially consensus, if I talk about consensus, so here some kind of voting based system is used as consensus. Like if we decide in business agreement that this organization A, B, and C, if suppose for organization A, B, C, and D, if B and C vote a change, so or in, vote a change in the system, so their B and C vote is mandatory if we want a change in the system. So if both are agree, so we will add some change into the ledger. And how transaction validation occur in consortium blockchain? Validation is conducted by known and identified members. Like I told you about Hyperledger Fabric, that here in endorsers are there to vote, and for validation they have some peer roles. And third is transaction reading and writing. So in consortium blockchain, everyone, I mean permission identities, not everyone, permission identities can read and write to the ledger, and but no one can add a block on their own. They need some kind of consensus, which is available in the business agreement. Like this organization should vote. If a change occurs, this organization vote is mandatory to add this change into the ledger. So this is how consensus occur in consortium network. So here are some business use cases where we can implement consortium blockchain in consortium blockchain. So first is supply chain. Supply chain, as I give you many examples on supply chain. So we can just skip it. So healthcare. So first, I just want to share a problem which we are facing currently in healthcare. A major issue for patients, specifically, often lies in the accuracy of treatment, whether that is during a normal GP consultation or seeing a specialist. This exists as an organizational hindrance in terms of accessibility to medical records with recent changes in privacy legislation and data management, meaning patients can have difficulty retrieving their own records, even under normal circumstances. So how blockchain solve this problem? So by using blockchain, we as a basis for a universal global electronic health record, offering a secure digital environment capable of storing and managing patient information in a verifiable manner, which is publicly accessible in real time by anyone in the healthcare service provider chain, if authorized by the patient. So if authorized by the patient, any health provider can access his or her data. So
Miss Bushra, it's
third
like
is
a reminder.
pharmaceutical supply chain, which is more similar to healthcare. Also,
Miss Bushra, like a reminder for you, it's we have 3 minutes
give
left to wrap.
you example of pharmaceutical education. So as we know that in education we are currently facing many fraud issues. Like there are many institutions which are in some cases, the employer or interviewer lacks a mark sheet to verify the applicant's skills and same problems. So how blockchain is going to solve this? As we know that blockchain technology transform record keeping of certificates and student credentials in learning institutions. Well, there is no need for intermediary in verifying degrees, certificates, diplomas, and other academic papers with blockchain technology. So the next is real estate. So in real estate industry, how blockchain is doing amazing things like blockchain technology has impacted the real estate industry in a variety of ways, including offering a new means for buyers and sellers to connect with one another. Blockchain could be used to cut intermediaries out of real estate transactions processes, thereby reducing the cost. So next is financial services. So blockchain can streamline banking, lending services, reducing counterparty risk and decreasing insurance and settlements times. It allows authenticated documentation and reducing operational risk and enabling real-time verification of financial documents, etc. So also in insurance, how blockchain is working. Blockchain has the ability to help automate claims functions by verifying coverage between companies and the reinsurers. It will also automate payments between parties for claims and thus lower administrative costs for insurance companies. So last is B2B contract management, which I think is
Miss
more,
Bushra, can you hear
yeah,
me, please? If
yeah,
you
yeah.
can wrap up in 1 minute because we got to the end. It's 1 p.m., 3 p.m. Dubai time, and we have another session. So I would appreciate wrapping up in 1 minute.
Okay, I'm just skipping the some projects. So I just
Thank you.
want to, okay, so I just want to show you a video of actual project which is on a vehicle registration system. So let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So I'm just adding here a
It's
video.
4 minutes. We only have 1 minute.
No, I'm just making it.
Yeah, appreciate your understanding.
Okay. So, can you see the video? Hello?
It's loading. Yeah, now we can see it.
Okay, here you can see a blockchain system which is based on Hyperledger Fabric, a vehicle registration system, and owner transfer on which is saving on Hyperledger Fabric. So here you can see this login. Okay, so here is just creating a car. Here is when manufacturer creates a car and enters information into the system. Okay, so now manufacturer has added car into the system. Now he is just showing you the car is created. Okay, so here you can see here his car history. Now this transaction is saved into blockchain as a immutable record. So now this manufacturer is selling his car to some owner, like it could be dealer or direct owner. Here you can see. Okay, so
Ms. Bushra,
here
can
is
you
the
please
owner.
drop the link for this video in the chat box so the attendees can see it later on, because we have to end the session. We have another session. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
I'm very sorry because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
okay.
yeah, okay. Schedule.
Yeah, just it's just I mean, just give me 2 more minutes. I'm just dropping the link here as well.
Ms. Bushra, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
If you can just drop the link for the video in the chat box, and
Yeah.
the audience will check it later on, because we have to end the session. Appreciate your understanding.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just dropping the link. Just give me a second.
Thank you. Okay, can you please drop it to me, send it to me, and I will forward it to the audience. We have to close the session. I'm so sorry about that.
No. I just dropped the link. So thank you so much.
Okay. It's my pleasure to have you, Ms. Bushra. Bushra Hussein, CEO and founder of Block Venture. And see you guys in the next session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.